Good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now tonight I was going to do episode 6 of Blackadder, but when I went onto the Internet Archive, which is where I was watching it for episode 5, the player simply failed to load. I tried about 4 times, kept trying to load it, becoming increasingly conscious of the time, so I just decided to give up. So it looks like that method of watching Blackadder is now out, and at this point, I am literally without method. There is nowhere to watch Blackadder on the internet for free. So, again, I think Blackadder is going to be put on hold for the foreseeable future. Believe me, I'm as pissed off as you all will be. So, the next best thing that I've decided to go for is the next episode of the Tate Show. So, let's get into this. If you're watching on YouTube, then this is an early access series, which means this episode's go on Patreon first, without the text and background music, and then it is released on YouTube a few days later, or maybe even longer. So if you'd like to get early access to these episodes and in their best version, you can join the Patreon membership, starting from just $1 a month, and there's a 7-day free trial available in all tiers, so you can try it out for yourself for a week, see what you think. Or you could just take a 7-day free trial and spam watch as much of my content as you like, and then just dip, which I'm sure most people who take their free trials do. I don't care if you do, it means you're watching my content, and that's the best way to tempt people to join the Patreon. So if that's what you want to do, go for it. I just hope you enjoy it. But check it out anyway, there's a lot of good stuff going on. Also, as we get closer to Christmas, I mean, we're no more than like 7 weeks, 8 weeks away from Christmas now, so yeah, I'm thinking of doing some Christmas themed content. What that will be, I don't know yet, I haven't decided. Definitely leave your ideas for what that could be down in the comments. Definitely would like some suggestions. But I think, because last year I didn't really do anything Christmas themed, not even the Christmas specials of the series that I were doing at the time. So this year I want to do that, so leave some ideas below. Maybe a Christmas film, you know. What would be your ideas? If there's a Christmas film that you like, and but you're not sure to suggest it because you don't know if I've seen it or not, just ask. Let me know. Anyway, let's go.
All change, please. Train terminate soon. All change.
Ah, Lauren.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, this is the last stop.
Are you talking to me?
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered though?
Am I bothered though?
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered?
Do you know what I said?
Do you know what I said?
I said you have to get off.
Do you know what I said though?
Look, love, I'm not going to argue with you.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
Did you call me love though?
I'm just asking to get off the train.
I ain't your love though.
How dare you?
Are you disrespecting me?
This is the last stop.
Are you disrespecting me though?
Do you understand what I said?
Do you understand what I said though?
You ain't got off the train, I'll call the police.
Am I bothered?
Am I bothered?
Do I look bothered?
Do I look bothered?
Look at my face, is it bothered?
Look at my face, is it bothered?
Look at my face, is it
Am I bothered
bothered?
Please, I'm going anywhere.
Yeah, but is my face bothered?
I'm sure I've already told you all this when I did the first or second episode, but when I was a kid, I haven't seen the show, but I've seen clips of Lauren, or somehow I came to know about her and her catchphrase, and me and my mates would just say it to each other non-stop for like 5 minutes. It was so pointless, but we just used to piss ourselves laughing at each other going, am I above there? Am I above there?
This is the last stop, and you have to get off.
I ain't bothered.
She ain't bothered.
Oh, Mummy, how did it go last night?
Oh, darling.
Oh, the
what
Posh
sweet
family.
to ask me that.
Was
These
it a
were in the last
trial?
episode,
Was
weren't
it
they?
Stella?
Well, you know Mummy will always tell you the truth, don't you?
Of course we do. We have no secrets.
And it's because I want you to grow up to be brave little soldiers that...
Whoa, this kid sat there with the triangle sign, Illuminati family. One of them's a Freemason.
I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that last night, Mummy almost ran out of extra virgin olive oil.
Darling!
No.
Tell all.
It was horrific.
Oh, he's so
I
cute.
was stranded in the kitchen. We were having guests for supper. I opened the cupboard and I was down to the last 4
Oh
bottles.
no, the pasta's going to be so dry.
Shaking.
I just could not cope. You know, the reality is so different to anything you can imagine, and I was blindsided by it. It just completely floored me.
It's like the end of the world when you've run out of Bertolli. It is like the apocalypse.
We had no
For pasta, it's the pastocalypse.
idea. Are you okay talking about this?
Yes, I'm fine, darling. You know, really, I'm fine. It happened and I got through it. I had to get through it. I had bruschetta in the Arga, I had olives marinating in the larder, I had sea bass on the griddle. I was going to need at least another litre for drizzling alone.
Not the sea bass.
I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to get help. And somewhere amid the chaos and the despair,
Alright, I know I'm taking the piss a bit with the olive oil thing, but one thing I can't deny that I love, I think the first time I had it was at Club Wembley when we went to a cup final and we had a box and they gave us this olive oil and balsamic vinegar dip to dip this like delicious, fresh, crusty bread in, and it was just absolutely delicious. It's gorgeous. I actually bought a bottle of olive oil and vinegar like a year ago and a roll of French bread from Morrison's just so I could make some of it and eat it. It is absolutely amazing. Try it. Just get like a little dip dish or an egg cup, whatever you've got that's, you know, small enough but also big enough to dip some bread in and put it in. Enough, you know, so you can dip it. Just put the vinegar in, then the olive oil and dip. And I swear to God, you'll be like, wow, that's actually quite a good dip. And make sure you put some good butter on the bread as well, if you like butter on your bread. I suggest Lurpak, but if you like a certain type of butter, that's fine. But it is amazing. I'm sure they put something else on it at Wembley as well. Maybe like some sort of fancy sea salt and pepper. There was definitely something in it. I think I put crushed like pepper from a grinder in it. But try it. It's amazing.
I suddenly felt this surge of strength and calm rise within me.
How amazing.
It was, actually. I had the presence of mind to phone Daddy, and thank God I did, because he was fantastic. He said to me, don't worry, because I can buy some from the shop on my way home.
Oh, wow.
Did he really?
He did, yeah.
How did we survive in these days
Just
without
like that.
Amazon?
He came in like a knight in shining armour and saved my life.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
He was fantastic. I shudder to think what would have happened if
Or
I hadn't been able
delivery
to reach him.
from...
What if he'd been driving through a tunnel and lost his signal? You'd have had to get in the car.
What's that?
And drive to the shops yourself.
Ocado, that's it.
Don't let's go upsetting ourselves.
Gosh, it really does put everything into perspective, doesn't it?
Very perceptive young man, he'll go far. I love this character. I love this character. She just screams at everything.
Goodness sake!
Do you know in Still Game with Shug how they, you know, portrayed his hearing to be like superhuman? This is how he should have reacted to noises like this. Because he was in a library once and he had to tell the people in the library who weren't making any noise whatsoever to quieten down because they were deafening him. So normal volume noises like this surely would make him like, you know, you should have had him do this. That's just normal, even if she doesn't have it like that.
Michael, honestly, I thought we moved to the country for a bit of peace and quiet.
What are you thinking, ma'am?
Gosh.
I'm thinking, how about this?
Suppose,
Oh,
just for the sake of argument, that the bullet didn't enter the body.
But it did, ma'am. He's dead, and it's because of the bullet going straight through his heart.
Yes, I know that, Whittaker, but
Right.
for the sake of argument, let's say the bullet did not enter the body.
But it did.
Well, that would mean that Stevens would still be alive.
Exactly. If there was no bullet, Stevens would still be very much alive.
Yeah, we know that.
But he's not, ma'am. He's dead.
I know that, Whittaker, but just suppose there was no bullet. What would that mean?
Well, it would mean that
Where's this
Stevens
going?
would still be alive, and we wouldn't be here investigating his murder.
Exactly.
Why exactly?
I'm not exactly sure where you're going with this, ma'am.
I want you to shoot me with the murder weapon, Whittaker.
What?
Take this and shoot me in the heart. Just do it. It'll be perfectly okay. I just need to be certain that a bullet in the heart is enough to kill someone.
Okay. I'm not even gonna say anything. I don't need to explain, because it's a comedy, obviously. I don't need to explain that a real cop would just, you know, if they did have a question like this, they'd just go to a coroner.
I think...
But...
No, I'm sure it will kill you,
Even
ma'am.
the notion of this, like... What?
I really don't want to kill you, ma'am.
How do you know you'll kill me?
This is a 44 Magnum.
Yeah,
and I'm standing
very
a foot away
powerful
from you.
weapon.
Whittaker. Just when I thought you were making progress.
Wait, what? Is she gonna have him demoted because he wouldn't shoot her? Just to prove her point?
Did you go to the cafe at
Oh,
lunchtime?
these
Yeah.
two.
You see Donna?
I've not told you about Donna, have I?
Donna!
I didn't see
Donna Noble! The Dr. Donna!
her today.
You didn't see Donna?
By the way, I am looking out for a character she's playing in this that's close to Donna. I'm looking out for a character like that, just to see if one pops up.
See her?
Why do you see her?
She didn't turn up.
She didn't turn up.
No,
What do you mean, no?
she weren't there.
Where was she?
Everything's so exciting to this couple.
Well, I've waited, didn't I?
Well, yeah, you'd have to wait.
They're so happy.
I'm sitting there waiting for her.
And she turned up?
She's not turned up.
And you're waiting for her?
I'm waiting for her. I'm sitting there.
Wow.
On my own, ain't I?
You're on your own, yeah? Blimey.
Stop it!
I'm telling
Stop
you,
it.
I'm sitting there on my own waiting for her.
And she's still not turned up?
She's still not turned up. And I'm sitting there waiting for her on my own like a nutter.
Like a nutter. Oh,
Don't make me laugh.
I couldn't believe it.
Was Vicky working?
Well, she's seen me walk in, hasn't she?
So she's been watching you?
Yeah, she's been clocking me the whole time.
Oh, how funny.
She's seen me come in and look round for Donna.
But she knows Donna's not there.
Oh, yeah, she knows Donna's not there.
But she's let you carry on looking round.
She has let me carry on.
I bet she was laughing when she...
She was in fits.
Oh,
In
what must it
fits?
look like?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So what's happened?
Well, I've ordered me lunch, and I.
Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
I was getting a cappuccino, and I thought, shall I have a Rocky Road Crunch for afters? And I thought, no, I better not
Yes,
decide a bag of snack
yes.
jacks on the way to work this morning. I thought, don't take liberties, Sam.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, do you remember those back in the day, Snacker Jacks? I remember the adverts for them being all over telly at one point, and you know they were like the big thing. And then I remember the first time I tried them, and it was just like, I know they were meant to be like a light snack for people on a diet. They weren't meant to be a proper indulgent sweet or tasty treat, but they were just like slight, mildly flavoured pieces of cardboard. Like they were awful.
Oh, but that ain't it. I've looked
And I
up-
know, you know, Ryvita, most people liken that to like cardboard, but I like it if you put the right thing on it, like this garlic and herb roulade thing from, it's like a type of cheese. You put that on Ryvita, it's nice, but Snacker Jacks, I just thought they were absolutely like boring and yeah, no.
Man, what they giving me?
Rocky Road.
You won't believe this. What am I looking at?
What have they done?
They have presented me with a cheese and sun-dried tomato panini and a frappuccino. I'm sitting there. my
That's an
sandwich is
upgrade.
hot, my coffee's cold. She still ain't turned up. What is my life like?
Great, that's an upgrade.
Who's said?
What are you on about?
Gino, he's out of control.
Gino knows. Gino knows what's
You
up.
wait till I tell my boy, he'll love this.
I am one of those people, I do like my frappuccinos. You know, the cold coffees in the bottle, the little Starbucks ones. I like them. Chocolate brownie one, caramel, I like them.
It's like a film sometimes you'll like.
Yeah.
Do you know, that is exactly right.
She's so serious. Great character.
Stella?
That'll be yours.
And a pint of Armstrong's.
Oh, perfection. Oh. Do you know, there's only one thing better than a pint of real ale.
2 pints.
Oral sex. I was only joking.
No, you go off, love.
Right, Bunty, love, we've got your award here, but before we send it to the engravers, we just need you to approve the inscription. Eh?
Presented to commemorate 25 years of unfailing service to the Doncaster Spinners, Bunty Carmichael, a Majorette. Oh, Jeff, it's beautiful. It's more...
I know, again, it's a comedy, a sketch show, and so they're taking the piss out of her being a majorette, but if you can dedicate yourself to doing something like that for 25 years, you deserve a reward for it, because, well, it's basically a type of dancing about, innit? So 25 years of doing that takes a lot of effort, so fair play.
Van beautiful. It's lovely.
Well, you've had a long run with the Spinners. It's only fair you bow out in style.
Bow out? What do you mean, bow out?
Bunty, love, don't spoil. You know we've spoken about this before.
No, we've spoken about whether I want to go into the individuals, and I've told you time after time, I don't. I'm team player, Jeff. You know that.
Yeah, I know, and we all admire enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm?
You're kicking her out?
Oh, is that what I've got? Enthusiasm? You don't get those for enthusiasm, Jeff. Sheffield, 1992. Best original twirl. Eastbourne, 1981. Best overall presentation. Halifax, 2001. Best combination twirl. Hull, 1989. Endurance champion.
Wow.
That's not a sash with medals on.
So she's like the Lionel Messi of twirling then. She's not just good at one thing. Best individual twirl, best combination twirl, best endurance performance, best presentation. She's got it all covered.
It, Jeff. Blood, sweat and tears. That's what that is. Blood, sweat and tears.
Nobody's questioning your ability. You're the best we've got.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Without you, the average age of the team is 12. You know
All
yourself
right.
to be better suited with a display team that have got members near your own age.
I'm with it now.
What about drum corps?
Drum corps? Are you serious?
They're doing very well in the regionals, and I just spoke to Doug Hicks last night. He's in dire need of twirlers.
Yes, exactly. Regionals. They're doing very well in the regionals. I'm national, Jeff. You know I am. I'm on...
At 12, so it'd be like under 13 age level in football, so yeah.
the brink of European.
Look, it's not just your age we've got to consider, Bunty. There are other things as well.
Such as?
Well, I mean, safety.
Meaning?
Your new display twirl.
The Big Dipper. What about it?
The Big Dipper. I mean, your batten's going up 25 foot in the air.
You know, when I catch that throw, it brings the house down.
Yes, I know it does, but when you don't catch it, you're bringing children down. You're lucky we've not been sued.
Oh, fair enough.
25 years.
Fair enough. You can't put kiddies in danger
I don't know what to say.
anymore.
All right, look. We're about teaching.
Yeah, teach your craft to
What
other people.
I do, you can't teach. Bury St Edmunds, 1989. When I broke the 400 twirls per minute barrier, there was an official inquiry to see if my baton had been electronically enhanced.
What?
After the all clear, MC
How
Alan...
would you electronically enhance a baton? It's just a metal pole. What do they think that you've done? Put weights on one end of it so it spins faster? Like what? How would that work?
Amos, christen me the Twirlminator.
The Twirlminator!
How am I gonna teach that?
That sounds like the nickname you'd give to someone who eats twirls too much. The Twirlminator.
And it's not just about ability. What about dedication? Do you remember Bradford 94 when I broke both wrists going for the speed record? Doctor told me I wouldn't twirl for 6 months. Next Saturday, where was I? I was there on the front row with both arms in plaster, blowing a whistle and doing high kicks. But if that's not good
She's
enough for you,
dedicated.
Jeff,
I mean, yeah, I get it. But
that's fine by me.
if your majorette
Jeff,
team is you, a fully grown woman, and a bunch of 12-year-olds, maybe it's time to make a change.
Cheers.
Oh no. No, don't. Not here. She's gonna put a tune on. Alright.
So I'm like,
Well played.
ew. And he's like, wow. And I'm like, dude. And he's like, cool. And I'm like, so? And he's like, well. And I'm like, fine. And he's like, great.
Yep,
And I'm like,
I
duh.
get it.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, no. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, bye. And he's like, oh.
You must be Carol. How's it going?
Oh, hello.
I'm Bernie.
Hi, Bernie.
Oh, you just moved from St Anne's, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, how are you doing? Settling in all right?
Yep, great, thanks.
All right, not having any bother with any of the porters?
No, everyone's made me feel really welcome.
Oh, grand, because, you know, one or two of them can be a little bit frisky, if you know what I mean. Especially Malcolm in A&E. I mean, you have to give him the old green light, but after that, he won't take no for an answer. He's got big hands, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you've got the busiest A&E department in the region. I wouldn't mind a bit of experience there.
Oh, you'll get experience there, all right. No, you know what I mean? There's a lovely black guy, Colin, security, works nights. My God, he's one big lump of a man.
Right, when I said experience, I was referring to nursing.
Oh, God, will you listen to me? You must think I'm a right whore. No, I just mean, you know, they're a decent bunch of lads, you know, for the crack, you know.
Right, well,
crack.
that's my lunch, so...
I think those lads are getting plenty of the crack from you, look. Oh, God. What's the betting, though, that it was like this at one point back in the day in hospitals, you know, before all the rules came in? You know, you can't really blame them, the shit that these people see. You'll blame them, you know, copping off with the fit doctors just to take their mind off it for a bit.
Better get on.
All right, yeah, you're going to the canteen?
I mean, there's no cleaner place to get your underwear than a hospital, is there? Let's be honest. And it's full of beds, so...
Sexy program on Channel 4, he likes. Certainly puts the lead in his pencil, you know what I mean?
I don't think you realise how serious this matter is. And to be honest, it sounds as though you're encouraging him.
Oh, no, believe me, Cara, he doesn't need any encouragement. He's like a puppy in a sausage factory. I mean,
in a sausage
fair play to him, it's not the biggest one I've ever seen on the ward, but you know what they say? If it's more than a mouthful, it's a waste.
Bernie, since I started here on Monday, I have tried not to listen to the rumours about you.
Oh,
But it seems everything
rumours.
they say is true.
Oh, thanks, Carol, that's really sweet.
That wasn't a compliment.
Funny she just said Karen because you know what she is? This character, she's basically Betty from Chewing the Fat. You know, the old woman. You know, they keep trying to get war stories off her. She just keeps telling stories about all the men she was with during the war. That's this character.
I've had to go round the ward and redo all the beds you made this morning. Half of them hadn't even had their sheets changed.
No, Carol, no. Between you and me, what I tend to do is I give them a good sniff, and if they're not too whiffy, I just leave them on for another couple of days.
I didn't hear that, Bernie.
It's a hospital.
Right, what I tend to do is...
I'm going to go and get my lunch now. And after that, I'm going to request a meeting with Sister Hughes.
Yeah, Christ, Carol, no worries, yeah. Just go and get your lunch, yeah. I'm cutting down myself. Got a right slut of a dress for the summer. I'm going to get into it if it kills me. Yeah, you wish.
So I'm like so bored, and he's like, hey there, and I'm like, hey you, and he's like, one hang, and I'm like, okay, and he's like, oh really, and I'm like, whatever, and he's like, Supremo, and I'm like, uh-oh, and he's like, baby, and I'm like, excuse me, and he's like, you want me, and I'm like, seriously, and he's like, totally, and I'm like, nah, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, no way, and he's like, you bet, and I'm like, I don't think so, and he's like, you're right, and I'm like, loser, and he's like, slut.
Hi, Nan.
She's Nate. Oh, love her. She's brilliant in shape. Oh, she's fantastic. Oh.
You come up and see me.
You come and see me?
You come up and see me, ain't you?
You've come out and see me, ain't ya?
You are a good boy.
He's a good boy.
All right.
No, I'm not. I'm fucking right.
Well,
she's fucking
They still
raving.
ain't been to do me windows, have they? I
The
waited
windows.
in all day. They said they'd be here by 12 o'clock, but there's no sign of them. I've sat here on my own like a poor unfortunate.
Poor unfortunate.
I'm frightened out of my life. People are going to think I'm lousy. They'll take one look at them windows and think this is a doss house. I wouldn't mind if I could get up there.
POV. Nans across the UK if a single speck of dust lands on any surface in the house.
I'd do it myself, but I can't climb, see?
Well, I'll do it for you.
No, you won't. You're having you breaking your neck. No, you can let that lot do it. No good layabouts. 3 times I've rang her, that Roberts woman.
Who's she?
Robert?
District housing officer or something. Great big office she's got, and she's getting paid for sitting there scratching herself. Oh, it makes me wild. And I wouldn't mind, but you can bet your life they're going to send round some poor silly cods who don't know shit from clay. The last one they sent, he didn't bring his stepladder, so he couldn't reach the tops of my windows. They don't want the work, see?
Oh, no, what I'll just do, I'll just get on the chair.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I'm not having you risking your life!
Risking his life?
Oh, no!
He's gonna look at your windows to see if he can clean them, not go fucking fishing in the mid-Atlantic.
They like it, eh? Oh, yes, that would suit them, wouldn't it, eh? Everyone doing their own windows. People climbing up and falling out and killing themselves.
It won't take 2 minutes.
Don't you get on that chair. If you get on that chair, I won't let you through that door anymore on my first Holy Communion. I won't.
On my first Holy Communion, I won't.
Sorry.
That's it. See what they do to me? Fucking low-life.
Fucking low-lives.
Yeah, I bet that's him now.
Is it?
What's the time? Look at the time. 4:30. 12 o'clock they said they'd be here. Oh, they make you sick.
That is bad, to be fair. They said, yeah. And you know, the worst thing is about when you're waiting for that, you know, that meant she couldn't go out anywhere if she needed to. They said they'd be here there at 12:30 and it's 4 o'clock and they're only just turning up. So she's had to wait in for 3.5 hours. That's the thing with vague delivery times as well. I hate that when I order something off the internet and they say, we'll deliver it any time between fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, 11:30 at night. You know, they don't actually say that, but it might as well be. One way or another, you cannot... You've got to stay there until that doorbell rings. Yeah.
Steve's in here, I think.
Oh, sorry to be so late, Mrs. Taylor.
Oh, what's that? Is that someone at the door?
It's the window.
Like she doesn't know.
Council.
Who is it?
I know you've been waiting, I do apologise.
Oh, was that today?
Oh, is that
I didn't realise that it was today.
Yeah, Wednesday, you know, I'm sorry I'm 2 men down this week. I've had to do the whole of the nursing home on my own.
Oh, don't worry about me, darling. I don't take notes.
His face.
I mean, it don't matter to me if I ain't done today.
No, it's no trouble at all.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about filling up your bucket with water, son. No, just wipe 'em over, that's all they need. Would you like a cup of tea? Get the fella a cup of tea, he's gasping.
Fine, actually, the ladies at the nursing home kept me well supplied.
Did they? Poor dears. Have a sandwich, then.
That's very kind, but I won't, thanks.
I've got a lovely bit of boiled bacon in there.
Oh, she's got a boiled bacon in
Get to
there.
the van, get me step ladder and I'll get up the top of the window.
Oh, don't worry about that, darling. You can't see up there. No one's looking at my windows anyway.
Sure, it's no problem.
No, that's lovely what you've done there. That's all I want. Oh, I'm very much obliged to you, sweetheart. Truly I am.
All right, well, that didn't take long. I'll be off then.
Ah, all right, sweetheart. Take care. Thank you very much. Much obliged to you. I really am. I mean that. What a fucking liberty. Look at the
I knew that were coming.
He ain't touched them. He ain't touched them. Oh, I shall be on the phone tomorrow morning. I think he had to go and do the nursing home. What do they care? Oh, that silly old lot. Half of them are sitting in their own piss. The rest of them are smearing the walls with shit. What do they care if their windows are clean or not?
Why did you just say...
Get up there and do them windows, you. I'll have people talking about me now.
I thought you said that...
Get on that chair at once, you no good nonce pot.
It's dangerous.
Get up there, you no good nonce pot. What's a nonce pot?
be such a fucking old man.
Oh my god, it's such a good character, that Nan. Oh god, she's legendary. Hiccups, really? Wait, nah, I'm not buying that, right? I know there is people that are like, I don't like it when there's sudden loud noises either. It makes me jump, but hiccups, you can feel when it's coming, you know, and you know when you're in a hiccup fit. You can feel the difference in your throat. No, I'm not buying that made her jump. You know when a hiccup's coming. You're just having us on, love. That doesn't work. You've got to take a big, massive, deep breath in and then swallow. Don't take any air in when you swallow. Well, no, yeah, just swallow and then breathe in again if you can and hold it for as long as you can. That works for me 99% of the time. Very rare that it doesn't work for me. And I've been using that trick for about 10 years now. Try it, because there's nothing more annoying than hiccups. They're a pain in the arse. And I get them for a really long time. I can get a hiccup fit for like 10 minutes.
Elaine Figgis is 34 and lives in York. She's travelled over 4,000 miles to Dallas, Texas to marry a man she's never met.
Because it looks like she's still in England.
Jeremiah III is a convicted murderer and notorious cannibal. He is currently on death row, awaiting execution.
Oh, it's taking the piss out of those. Yeah, I get it. Never. I mean, I understand why it happens, but yeah, just you know. There's a documentary on Netflix, World's Toughest Prisons, and he goes to a prison in Ukraine. Is it called Zhytomyr? And there's a serial killer being held in there, Sergei Tate. And he's like nearly 70, or he might have been older than 70. He was a police officer in Russia and he killed a load of women, like 20 women and girls. And he did more than kill them, if you know what I mean. Before and after he killed them. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. This will be going on YouTube. There's certain things you can't say. So, yeah, use your imagination. But during the documentary, when he visited him in prison, he gave him an interview in like a cage where he was behind by bars. Fair enough. But then he invited him to come back the next day because his wife was coming to visit him. And I bet you're thinking, oh, is it the woman that, you know, he knew from back in the day and she loves him so much, you know, it's Russia, it's not exactly Western like us. No, it's like a fucking 19-year-old lass carrying his fucking child. This guy's on death row as well, so he's gonna die. She's had a kid with him in this prison. Oh, he's on death row? I'll never understand that. Women that, like, fall in love with serial killers. I mean, I understand why, you know, the thing that happens, like the chemical thing, from that point of view, but it's just like, what the hell? Look it up. It's on Netflix still now. Raphael Rowe. He's the guy that does the documentary. He was part of a group that got convicted for murder. He did like 20 years in prison, and he didn't do it. That's why he's doing the series. Sergei Tate, T-K-A-C-H. God, it's freaky. And in this room, because he gets this room for the weekend, she comes to the prison for the weekend. There's a bed, television, kitchen, and in this kitchen, he just goes in, opens the fridge first. Oh, here's my breakfast, you know, I've got this nice fish, and then he opens this drawer. It's full of fucking knives. Fucking proper knife. I don't mean like a butter knife. I mean like a proper carving knife. It's mental. Watch it. This guy that's killed like 40 women
can bring two people together.
Being left in a room with a young lass and knives. Like,
and I typed in Midsummer Murders and all.
And notorious cannibal. He is currently on death row, awaiting execution.
It's strange how fate can bring two people together. I was surfing on the
I love what they've done in this scene to remind us all that this is now the part of this documentary that's in Texas. Just a sticker on the wall that says "State of Texas." Low budget.
That just means looking. And I typed in
Oh, does it?
Midsummer
Surfing.
Murders,
Looking.
and up came Midsummer Murderer. And I thought, oh, what's that? And then I read his little ad and I dropped him a line. And here we are. I had no idea that in less than 2 years we'd go from simple pen pals to husband and wife. It's funny, isn't it? I was only after a signed picture of John Nettles.
How was the journey?
Well, the taxi driver turned up but wouldn't let me in his cab. He'd seen an article about me in the local paper. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but it's not very nice being pushed out of someone's car and being called a nutter on the happiest day of your life, is it? I missed the direct flight, so it was 19 hours by Greyhound bus from Atlanta to Georgia.
All right.
But I did sit next to a very nice man from Louisiana called Buck. He gave me his number.
Oh my God.
I shan't be ringing him, of course.
Oh really?
How did you feel when you finally arrived in Texas?
It was very emotional, actually. I mean, I felt as if I'd come home, which is odd because I was actually born in Twickenham. Mind you, Texas, Twickenham, it's the same initial, T. I hadn't thought of that before. I suppose it was the
Now I get
realisation
it.
that I was walking on the same ground as my beloved. I mean, not literally, obviously. He's strapped to a board most of the day. But, you know, breathing in the same air. It's a once-in-a-lifetime feeling.
Is that a wedding present?
Duty free.
It's just a little love token. Last minute whiz round duty free, if truth be told. I thought this might be fun. And then I thought, no, get him something he really likes.
Shortbread.
Shortbread.
What do your friends think of this?
Okay.
Oh, you can imagine what they say, can't you? You're doing the wrong thing, it'll never work, it's a ridiculous idea, you're mad. But to be honest, I think that's always going to be the case when a woman marries someone considerably younger.
You think that's their concern?
Oh, they're not concerned at all. To be honest, it's just jealousy, that's all it is.
I don't think it is.
Falling in love with your baby. Sorry, me and my friend Jenny used to do that all the time. Go on.
Oh. All right, that'll be me then.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
I've had more than my fair share of luck. Down to me now.
And whether or not he's cuffed. That was quick.
Yeah. All done and dusted.
You got married like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew it was going to be a short service because, well, he's a big lad and it's difficult to gauge the amount of sedative to give him. I mean, they don't want to kill him, but on the other hand, they don't want him lashing out with all the excitement. So it was a quick I do, and, well, and that was it, really. I can't stand it when weddings drag on, though, can you?
Will you be seeing Jerry?
Well, no, but even I don't mind if a wedding lasts longer than 10 seconds.
No, he hasn't got another visiting order now for 4 weeks. So it's back to good old Blighty. I might ask the pilot if he could tie some tin cans around the back of the plane. No, actually, that would be dangerous.
Actually, you probably could. Well, you could do it. Planes fly with big banners behind them all the time.
I think we should go. Shall we? No, I think we should.
That she's regretting
So
it.
I'm in this bar, and he comes over, and I'm thinking, oh my God. And he's like, hi. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, are you on your own? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, no way. And I'm like, it's true. And he's like, I don't believe you. And I'm like, come on. And he's like, I'm serious. And I'm like, cut it out. And he's like, am I embarrassing you? And I'm like, can we stop? And he's like, I saw you come in. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, can I get your drink? And I'm like, that'd be great. And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, a soda. And he's like, is that all? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, on its own. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, don't you drink? And I'm like, no. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, it's none of your business. And he's like, I'm only asking. And I'm like, well, you started it. And he's like, calm down. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, don't be. And I'm like, why should I? And he's like, back off. And I'm like, fuck.
I once met a man with a sense of adventure.
What a way to end!
And he's like, calm down. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, don't be. And I'm like, why should I? And he's like, back off. And I'm like, fuck you.
What a way to end!
I once met a man with a sense of adventure. He was
Crisps. Crisps, yeah. Let me guess.
dressed to thrill wherever he went. He said, let's make love on a mountain top under the stars.
Oh, the crunch. He's gonna eat one. Oh.
I don't think so.
I've won another bag.
Well, there you go. That's the end. Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you what. This does just get better and better, doesn't it? This is properly funny. Loving this so far. Yep. Very good. Very good episode. I mean, I know it's just going to seem like I'm being a bit of a samey normie because it's a very popular topic in the reaction community. A lot of Americans react to Nan, but it was the best part of this episode. It was the best sketch, you know, just the rampant hypocrisy. Yeah, a lot of comedies go for that angle with the old characters, especially when they're like a grandmother. They say one thing and then, you know, they're complaining about something that hasn't happened, a service that they haven't received, or haven't received on time, or something that their husband hasn't done. And then when it does turn up, or it gets done, or whatever, were you meant to be here today at this time? They act like it's all fine, and then as soon as they leave, oh, what a fucking liberty, basically. Never seen that from my grandma. She's never acted like that. So, but I'm sure if somebody came up with that stereotype for comedy, it must be true somewhere at some point. But yeah, she's hilarious, isn't she? Again, I love the jumpy woman, as I call her. She's hilarious too. And I liked and he's like, burn, I'm like, burn. He's like, that was good. Yep. It was a good ending sketch. Actually, that was a good one. And he's like, fuck you. Oh, was it? I'm like, whichever. Yeah, good ending. Very good. Yeah, the police woman. God, she's funny. They're all funny though. They are all funny. Yeah. You know, that's another thing about, you know, comedy these days. It's the same thing with how all the biggest TV shows and movies, the people that put them together, the main priority is seeing how many people from different communities, shall we say, that they can get in it. And when I see that, I'm just like with the Miles Morales Spider-Man thing, they're like, well, we need a black superhero. And I'm like, Hancock. There's many others, I just can't think of them. But there is like 10 that have had their own movies over the last 20 years. There's loads. And in comedy, you know, with that Rosie Jones and all these, it's like all of a sudden they're saying we need more women in comedy. There's always been women in comedy. Ellen DeGeneres, Catherine Tate, Miranda. And they were better back then. Because this is funny. Karen Dunbar. You know, that's the thing I don't get about these days. They act like the last 30 years didn't happen. But Catherine Tate, she was around back then, and she was making us laugh with this. So, yeah, stop making out that there's never been women in comedy. There has. And it was a lot better back then than it is now. Have you seen the shit they're putting out? I mean, I know that they have to dilute it. Can't offend anybody. But yeah, this is so funny. She's hilarious. So funny. I mean, to me, she'll always be Donna Noble. That's what I'll always know her for. I grew up watching her. Yeah, 2005. I think she... On 2006. That'd have been 9, 10. Oh, look. Fifth, 2008. Right, so I'd have been 11. Okay. Yeah. So, I'd been... This series... This is what I'll always remember Catherine Tate for. But this is, you know, better late than never. And already it's hilarious. She's just so funny. I love the characters as well. You know, there's not much similarity. The couple in bed that just, you know, everything's fantastic and so funny, and, you know, I love that. Yeah, there's a lot of difference between the characters. Really well written and put together. I mean, through this thing, I've done a few sketch shows now. You know, the Chewing the Fat, Limmy's show, Scotch and Rye. So, and it's been in a short time frame. And the ones that I've enjoyed the most have been the ones that have got a little bit of bizarre stuff going on. With a few short sketches. And the ones where no sketch is like any of the others. And I'm getting that from this. It is really, really funny. Really enjoying it. So, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you did, if you're new. And as I mentioned in the beginning about the Patreon, get early access to this in the Patreon. I think that's everything. Anything I need to tell you all about? No, don't think there is. No news, really. No announcements to make. Don't think I'm planning on starting any new series anytime soon. Although that may change in the next few weeks. Maybe. We'll see. So, oh, no, actually, there is one thing that I want people to do. So, I keep getting this trailer every time when I'm on YouTube and I go to watch a video on the Xbox. You can't put an ad blocker on Xbox. I always get an advert for this new Hugh Grant film, Heretic. And I actually like the look of it. It looks quite interesting. But I don't like horror films. I hate jump scares. So if any of you are planning to go watch it, it's been released in cinemas in like 2 days. Can you please report back to me and let me know what it's like? Tell me if it's full of jump scares or not at all. Because if it's not, I'll watch it. I'll do it on the channel. Because I want to watch it. It looks really good. I like the concept of it, you know. It looks really... It caught my interest. It did. When the trailer came up, I sat and watched the full trailer and I was like, okay, I think I could get into this. So let me know if you're going to watch Heretic. Report back to me and tell me what it's about and what... Well, not what it's about. Don't spoil anything, but, you know... Jump scares or not. That's basically all I want to know. So do let me know about that. Anyway, that's it. So thanks everybody for watching. If you're part of the Patreon, thank you for your support. And welcome to our latest member, Rick. Thank you for joining today. Appreciate you. Drop me a message if there's anything you want to know about. You know, how to make requests and such. If there's anything that you want to request. Yeah, just drop me a message. That's what it's there for. My inbox is open. So, thanks everybody for watching. And I'll see you next time. Good night.